She's just getting information from him. She's not doing anything.
Got it right here, bro.
¿Cómo se llama, oiga? ¿Cuál es su número? ¿Cómo se llama?
Por favor, no. Yes. Fucking God. Can I close the door? Can I lock?
So here's what you were looking at. Border Patrol detaining someone resisting arrest. That's the viral moment here. But, you know, here's the part the left rarely frames properly. There were legal exit programs available. Financial incentives. I was going to say incentives. Incentives available. Seriously. Travel arrangements. What? Meaning the situation, it didn't start here. It escalated to here. That distinction matters because political messaging coming from leaders like a Tim Walz and others encourages emotional reaction to enforcement rather than responsibility before confrontation. And that messaging, it shapes expectations. And expectations, we know that shapes behavior. I want you to watch what happens next when confrontation, it becomes normalized.
Oh, now you all want to treat him right. Now you all want to treat him right. Habla tu mamá.
Esto ya está duro como un ser humano, ¿Por qué son tan duros?
Y'all could have given an explanation. Y'all just went and straight treated him like a fucking rag doll. Like a fucking rag doll. Imagine if I wasn't here. Imagine if I wasn't here.
Oh, if you weren't here, it would have happened.
Yeah. What? You guys fucking tackling him? Yeah, I bet. Fucking motherfuckers. All this for speeding and going through traffic?
It's all reckless driving and it kills people, believe it or not.
Yeah. Leave him there on the road to get ran over.
And here we have another encounter. Clear commands. You know, I'm sure he had clear instructions, but what you're seeing is the same escalation pattern. Resistance, force, outrage narrative. I'm serious. And here's where the Tim Walz connection matters, right? Minnesota has been ground zero for enforcement distrust messaging for years. Policy tone influences cultural tone. When leadership consistently frames law enforcement, you know, as an adversary, communities internalize that framing. So confrontation becomes default behavior. And it spills beyond encounters into activism culture.
How's it going?
Anything? I got hot chocolate hand warmers, hot coffee, tea.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna warn you with those. The fruit snacks, keep them in your pocket for a little while. They're very hard.
Oh, they need to warm up.
Yeah, a little bit. I got hand warmers though down here.
Ooh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
Actually, no, I think those are foot warmers. Those are hand warmers.
Okay. Awesome. Also, got the face mask. And, perfect. Awesome. Feel ready to go now. We'll go rally. Oh, shit. Just to piss him off. Just to piss him off. Just to piss him off. Oh, God, I'm such a bitch. I'm such a bitch. I needed them. I wanted cookies. Where's the cookies? I got the whistles. I got the whistles.
Now we shift to Minnesota protest culture. This clip is funny, but it's also revealing. You've got supply tables, activists staging protest infrastructure, and random citizens trolling it for snacks. Why does it matter, though? Because activism without discipline becomes performance art. That's exactly what you get. Walz's political environment heavily incentivized performative outrage over constructive engagement. And this is the cultural byproduct. Moments built on optics get treated like optics. And sometimes they get looted like Costco samples. But emotional escalation doesn't stay humorous.
Ice! Ice! Help! Ice is here!
I know I'm in the right neighborhood. I know I'm in the right neighborhood. Hey, what's up, dude? Bitch. Yeah. Yep. You came to the whistle. So that makes you a bitch. Who are we talking to? Hey, everything's fine. It's just me. I'm retarded. That's my plate. It's KDV 833. It's on posters already, dumb bitch. Dox me all you want. What are you idiots looking for? You dumb motherfuckers! You called the cops on me for blowing a whistle?
Okay. So, breaking. A man is going viral for traveling around Minneapolis, blowing a whistle to make jobless leftists think ICE is in the area, only to show up and be insulted by him. Now you see the psychological layer. A whistle and a shot of ice. Not my approach personally, but you see panic spreads instantly once he does it. People start coming out. This is conditioning. Years of narrative framing, portraying enforcement as existential threats rather than institutional mechanism. Leadership tone influences public perception. Public perception influences emotional response. This is how political messaging translates into behavioral reality. But language framing is where the narrative battle really happens. Oh, wow. That didn't work out the way that it was supposed to. Here we go, y'all. Let me get it right.
You just said, Harry, that Renee Good was murdered
Yes.
by an ICE officer.
Yeah.
Do you not think that being hit by an SUV is a justification for using deadly
If
force?
you're looking at the footage frame by frame, and I saw you get walked by Adam Mockler on this, can you be quiet? Oh my God.
How did I get?
Okay.
How did I get walked?
Well, I'm up here. You're over there.
Here's-
I'm meant to be talking.
Harry, here's a question. Did Renee
One
Good?
second.
Did Renee Good hit the officer with her SUV?
Wait. If you look at the
That's
frame
a
by
simple
frame,
question. You don't need a paragraph.
Michael,
for this.
this is a more
It's a
nuanced.
yes or no. It's
Michael,
not nuanced.
you would agree that this is a more nuanced issue.
I would not agree with that. Did this woman hit the officer with her SUV?
Her
yes
SUV
or no?
bumped the officer, which still does not justify.
Bumped him with a
Wait,
3,000-pound SUV.
Michael,
that
if I tapped you,
justifies deadly force.
if
Harry.
I tapped you on the shoulder right now, can you shoot me in the face?
If you tapped me with your SUV, I probably would. Yeah. You just said, Harry, that Renee Good was.
I know that's right. Yeah, man, y'all just watch that wording battle. That's what they love on the Love, man. Anywho, but he had to use it to prove his point. Bumped. Threat. Justified response. Language shapes emotional allegiance. This rhetorical strategy has been a cornerstone of progressive political communication, including Walz-aligned messaging, minimizing enforcement, threat framing, while maximizing emotional reaction framing. Control the words. Control interpretation. But not everybody buys into that worldview.
Everyone who works for ICE, all federal agents, can come to Sammy's Mexican Grill. Here they will be treated with respect and as they deserve.
Now, you got some positivity. All right, I can take it. I can dig it. Here's an immigrant business owner showing appreciation for enforcement. You know, this perspective exists widely, but it rarely dominates media cycles because it contradicts the emotional narrative ecosystem cultivated in states like Minnesota. My bad. This clip grounds the conversation, though. Immigration discourse isn't monolithic. Experience shapes viewpoint. And now we close the loop where policy actually lives.
Against fraud. The performance audit shows the Behavioral Health Administration sent millions of dollars out the door in grants without making proper checks into who was receiving them. And that is not even the most jaw-dropping finding. Lou Raguse has tonight's top story. Lou?
Julie, according to the nonpartisan legislative auditor, this is another case of mismanagement of taxpayer money. But perhaps the most explosive revelation is that managers within DHS, the Department of Human Services, tried to cover their tracks by backdating and creating new documents.
I do want to talk about what a serious issue this is and how it is, frankly, unacceptable.
Another sobering report by the Office of the Legislative Auditor, this one concerning the Behavioral Health Administration within the Department of Human Services, which issues grants to providers treating mental health and drug and alcohol addiction, hundreds of millions of dollars each year. The audit found them issuing grants to applicants without a bidding process.
So what we saw is that there was multiple entities that could have been eligible, and they chose not to provide a justification for why they were picking those.
This report is quite stunning.
One outrageous example, the auditors found a grantee that was paid $672,000 for 1 month of work without any info on what they do. And the audit says the grant manager who paid it then left DHS a couple days later and became a paid consultant for that company.
To me, that's criminal.
Auditor Judy Randall says she was most shocked that during the audit, multiple DHS managers backdated or created new documents to try to cover their tracks.
Frankly, in the 27 plus years I've been with OLA, I have never seen this before. I will say we have had suspicions periodically, but we have never been able to prove it, to document it. And we did in this case. And it's very troubling.
Temporary DHS Commissioner Shireen Gandhi's response.
I was shocked to hear this information in the exit conference, and it is absolutely unacceptable that any staff would provide anything other than accurate representation of the work done to an auditor.
Now, there were a lot of questions from lawmakers about whether this audit should result in criminal investigations. So we'll see what comes from that. The Office of the Legislative Auditor provides recommendations both to the department and to lawmakers in case law changes are needed. Just one more time of what the auditor said regarding this fabrication of documents. She called it a systemic problem within DHS.
I mean, Lou, it just seems like every time you think it can't get worse, it does. I do think this is jaw-dropping. You mentioned that they were talking about criminal investigations. I think I speak for a lot of people watching right now who really want there to be some kind of accountability. Did you get any sense from that meeting today or in talking to any of your sources that there actually will be accountability?
Well, no, that's something that's going to require some follow-up, because one problem the auditors had is they didn't have subpoenas to issue to people that no longer work for the BHA within the DHS, and so they couldn't bring those people in and question them. And so it would take an outside agency such as law enforcement to look into it.
Just unbelievable. All right. Thank you, Lou.
So this is where Tim Walz enters directly. Audit findings pointing to oversight failures, documentation manipulation concerns, and giant management breakdowns. Ziggy, turn on living room lights. This is governance level influence. And here's why this belongs with the previous clips. Leadership tone shapes institutional behavior. Institutional behavior shapes public trust. Public trust shapes cultural response. This ecosystem is interconnected. When accountability weakens at the top, it echoes through everything beneath it. So, no, this wasn't random internet clips that I just put together. You know, this ain't random internet chaos clips. This is somewhat of a system snapshot of a policy tone, cultural reaction, narrative. Oh, wow. I guess my computer's telling me to leave. Anywho, all this is orbiting the same ideology. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Hold on, y'all. Let me come back. I'll be back. You know what? I'm going to be honest. It's been about, 6-7 minutes. I don't know the last thing I said before my computer went back. So I'll just say this, once you see how it all connected, you stop watching all the headlines and start seeing these patterns that we've been covering all week. This whole week has been weeks of patterns. I can't wait to see what I come up with for next week. How we going to connect the dots next week? Anyhow, if you made it to the end of this video, put pattern inside of the comment section. And I need to go ahead and go before this thing black out on me. Y'all be safe. Check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Dang, I got to get it charged up because we definitely got to talk about that Super Bowl.